Steph Hodge with Board Game Geek here with Stephen Vargo of Yellow Games, and today we get to look at Little Town. And from my understanding, this is a brand new game.
This is a brand new game. It isn't being sold here at Origins. We're just previewing it. You can demo it and you can take a look at it.
Perfect.
But at the same time, it's going to be coming out here in about a month or so.
Okay, so it'll be at Gen Con.
It'll be at Gen Con for sure. Yep,
excellent.
Exactly.
And so tell me a little bit about this game.
Sure. So in Little Town, we're working to make a town and to be able to collect victory points.
Ah, yes.
And it's a little bit of a worker placement. It's kind of a kid's first worker placement game, if you will.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty straightforward. You're gathering some resources, but you're also activating buildings, both your own buildings you own and using space from the other buildings that other players own.
That sounds really cool. So walk me through how we might be able to do that.
Yeah, sure. So I've kind of got it set up like we kind of just started. I'll throw some colored houses on
got
here
little meeples.
because we've each already played a house, we'll
Oh,
say.
excellent.
So on your turn, you can take one of your little meeple characters, one of your workers, and you can do one of two things with it. You can place it on an open green space. I can't place it on a rock or a tree or on a building, but I can place it on a space in between. And I get to gather resources or activate with all 8 spaces that this worker is now touching. So with this worker here, I can gain a fish, I can also gain a wood from the tree, but I can also, during my turn, be able to activate this building. So this building was built earlier by the white player, but I can activate the building, and for this particular building, I just get to gain 3 victory points. Exactly.
Well, points is how you win, probably.
Absolutely. The other thing that we can do is if, for instance, I had placed my worker over here, I would be able to convert 2 money into 2 stone.
Okay.
And so those
this
stone,
might be the better choice.
Well, that would certainly be the better choice. You get a little resources and you get to activate the building. Now, for activating somebody else's building, I do have to pay them a coin to be able to use their building. Of course, if it was my building, I'd be able to activate my own building for free.
Of course.
Exactly. The other thing that I could do on my turn if I didn't want to place it on the board is I could place it on a building space and be able to build any of the tiles out here. So I'd select the building that I wanted to build, maybe this one, and of course it's going to have a cost associated with building it. Now I've got to give up that wood and that rock that I've earned earlier to be able to build this.
And it's worth 4 points at the end of the game, right?
It's worth 4 points immediately.
Oh, immediately.
So as soon as you place it and you claim it,
score it right
you're going
now.
to score those 4 points and be able to score. And now, anytime anybody wants to gain 2 coins, you got to give me a little kickback, and I get a coin.
Well, you know, you give 1, I get 2.
Right,
so
exactly.
we both
right.
gain
Win-win,
1, right? Yeah, it's a win-win.
Right. So, and that's the game. We're going to play 4 rounds of this, where we're going to pick up our workers. Once all of your workers have been expended, then you're going to reclaim your workers, and then we'll start, and we'll do 4 rounds in total. If ever you're lacking a particular resource that you need, you can always spend 3 coins to get the resource.
That's a high cost.
Well, that's why you want to try to manage
to
your resource collection to be able to do that a little bit more straightforward.
Well, I'm really excited about this one.
The last part of these cards. So these cards are some objective cards.
Oh, excellent.
So at the beginning of the game, face down, you're going to receive a couple of these. And if you're able to achieve your objective during the course of the game, you're going to be able to claim whatever particular reward you get, usually victory points.
So a little bit extra points at the end if you complete. Or do you show it right away?
You can show it during your turn, and then you get a new one to be able to try to complete that one as well.
Yeah,
so you're going to keep working on these secret objectives as well.
I like that.
The last part is at the end of each round, a little bit of worker placement.
Feed your workers.
Feed your workers.
Oh no,
so
they like fish.
They like fish, and they also like wheat, so they'll eat the wheat as well.
Okay.
So we've got 4 resources: the wood, the fish, the stone, and the wheat.
They don't like money. You can't pay them off.
And they don't eat the stone very well. They don't,
oh no.
they don't grow very well when you feed them stone. So, and that's it. So pretty straightforward worker placement.
We'll be seeing that in like a month, and it plays 2 to 4 players.
It plays 2 to 4.
In about 45 minutes, it says. So that's awesome.
That's
wonderful. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Thanks for taking a look.